Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Free Reign 6M podcast. Today it's just me riding solo today. I think everybody's heard the news, seen the news, felt the news. It's about the shot heard around the world at this point. But I think at this point, everybody can identify what's going on, the sequence of events, the terrible debate. We haven't talked about that. We haven't been on this podcast for a while. I've been traveling the country, shooting interviews, and working on a way for people to really come in touch with reality, through hunting and outdoors. But everybody's seen this, everybody's felt it, everybody understands it. Um, a while back, for talking about the possibility of civil war, we were put on the news. We were put on, the local news here in Kansas City. My dad was conned out of his job for us talking about the possibility of a civil war, harassed by local government officials, the fucking stupid ass mayor. My dad ain't on this podcast, so these motherfuckers are going to hear it. That fucking mayor, he's corrupt, part of the local government, wants to shut people up, wants to control people, wants to have things his way, wants everybody that's working for him to be black. He's fucking racist. And it's funny, all the people that try and call us all these names, and, even like a Hillary Clinton that calls people useful idiots and, claims that Trump's Hitler. Shooting their political opponent would be something that Hitler would do, or driving people to do so. Calling Trump Hitler, calling Trump racist, going back to the Russia shit. Everything that they've tried has, if they didn't do it, if they didn't play a part in it, they might as well have. There's many ways to brainwash. There's many ways to manipulate an entire population into thinking that this man is racist and he's this bad man. So he got shot yesterday. 78-year-old man gave up, his whole fucking career. He could be out on the beach hanging out. He could be investing his money and focusing on that solely. Instead, he's trying to give America a promising future, bring the people together. He's not perfect, obviously, but I think at this point we'd rather have Trump than what we have now by a long shot. It's not even fucking close. It's not even close. So I think now is a time for us as Americans to realize what's important to us, what was important before, what was important to our grandparents, what they fought for, what they fucking rushed, across the fucking country to kill Hitler for. They didn't kill him, committed suicide. But what they were after, what everybody was after, when the draft, when World War II came around, and all the women had to step up here at home and fucking run shit. That's what we need to get, that mindset. It's time to step up like that. That's what time it is right now. And I think that dude that shot Trump, I think he fucked around and found out. And if you're one of these fucking pussy motherfuckers that are laughing about it on Facebook, sharing memes, celebrating and shit, you probably ain't done shit for nobody. You probably don't have kids. If you do, they're probably fucking stupid too. They're probably going to be fucked. You're fucked. You'd probably get your ass beat. I seen this one dude. Fucking funny, just a coincidence. This guy's name's Jody. Got him on Facebook. He shares a fucking picture, a meme, celebrating that Trump got shot. This motherfucker's an artist. He's posting all the time about how people don't fucking buy his art and shit. Yeah, no shit, motherfucker. You're a piece of shit. If you're doing that shit, you're a fucking piece of shit. And I think real Americans can identify the situation, what's really going on. Of course, we got the goofballs. The thing is just all Facebook fun and games and shit. But how close were we, going back to I was talking about Civil War, how close were we yesterday to being in a civil war, possibly? What if Trump did get killed? What would have happened? How many people would have been on the streets fucking going nuts trying to find these politicians that may or may not have a part to play in this? What would have happened if Trump was killed? It might look like a civil war. So I don't think we were that fucking crazy to be talking about it or bringing up the topic or talking about what it would look like. That's simply what we were talking about back then, is what would a civil war look like. So along with that, I think it's crazy that, not crazy, but I think it's funny that we were attacked for talking about that, called crazy, this and that, and now all this shit's coming to light. You're hearing the talks about Biden possibly being replaced. He don't want to leave. He's got Jill in his ear, in the spotlight, enjoying it. But everything that we talked about is coming to light. They're probably going to replace Biden. Who's going to replace him? Maybe drop down in the comments and let me know. They tried to kill Trump. I don't know. You could probably go back in the podcast, throughout the past. We only have like 20 something episodes and ended up on the news, but you could probably point out some different points in our podcast where I said they're going to have to kill him. They're trying everything. They've tried everything. And it's an attack on the American people, our freedom, and Trump. So I think the right thing to do is vote Trump at this point. I mean, I personally have always thought that is the right thing to do. And especially with everything coming to light that a lot of smart people have been saying would come to light. I think it's all happening, and I think it's time for us to stand up and do what's right. So everybody get out there and live your free reign. That's all I got.